My name is Adrian Murray.
Louder.
The Constitution of the United States is one of, if not the, greatest liberty documents ever drafted by the hand of man. Written as it was at a time when the world had previously known only tyrants and kings, emperors and despots, monarchs and dictators, our Constitution was premised on the simple, yet for that day radical, notion that man was capable of governing himself. Yet the framers of the Constitution were acutely aware of man's propensity for corruption, of the debilitating and intoxicating seduction of power. So there was a reason why they included in the document, right up front in Article 1, Section 1, speaking of the presidency, quote, "Before he enters on the execution of his office, he shall take the following oath or affirmation. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States." That is a measure of the value that the founders placed in the Constitution. For years, this ideal served us well. Due to respect for, adherence of, and loyalty to the Constitution, America prospered. Freedom flourished, not just here in the United States, but in nations all across the world who looked to America as a beacon of hope and inspiration as they too untethered themselves from the shackles of tyranny. In recent decades, our federal government has seen fit to abuse the limited powers granted to it by the Constitution. Elected officials, with one hand resting firmly upon the word of God, swear to protect the Constitution, while the other hand, placed firmly behind their back, they shred it. What began as a trickle has now become a torrent, with a Congress which simply chooses to ignore the limits of its power and seeks to impose its will upon the people, and with a president who rules by executive fiat and decree, the very hallmarks of tyranny this nation has already once had to endure. Not again. For too long, the people watched in silence. For too long, the theft of our freedom has accelerated. The people are silent no more. The Constitution either means something or it doesn't. It is the intent of constitutional defenders of Texas to do what elected officials for so long have refused to do, to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help us God. Woo! Yeah.